Rowing Australia is implementing 2 new national rowing training centres to prepare their athletes for success at the next Olympic Games.
Yeah, so as I said before, the real aim for them, for Rowing Australia, is just to have a centre of excellence where people are going to go with the team, with the people they're training with the crews they're working with, all in one spot at the one time. So the idea is it's going to hothouse those athletes. They're there, they can organise their lives, they don't have to worry about anything else, and just row and train as best they can.
Rowing Australia decided they are not getting the results needed. Therefore, the strategy is to focus training in 2 areas. The males will be situated in Canberra, and the location for the females is yet to be announced. The cities?
The original reason why they've done the centres is that they've had complaints from senior athletes in the past having to relocate every time they get into a national team. So in the past, athletes have had to move to the coaches generally, and what they've found in some categories, the coaches haven't been the same for 4 years, so they've had to move to different places every year.
This change in the system has now shifted roles within the state institution and the clubs.
Athletes up to seniors. So what they're doing now is taking the senior scholarships away. That's the very top level of scholarship. So if that top level goes into the centre, then the institutes then become development centres. So they would be looking at more talent identification and bringing, I guess, junior under 21, under 23 athletes in. So then there is, from that, there would be a onus then back on the clubs to do more development work as well. Institutes would be working more with the clubs as opposed to just having their own scholarships. So there'll be a little bit of more work back towards the clubs.
Do you reckon that's better?
So that's the whole point. So the way it'll work is that the states will provide athletes to sort of under 23 level, and then there's a scale that Rowing Australia have adopted, which is F10, which is up to mastery level, and those athletes that they think are going to have opportunities to win medals, to podium, will therefore go to the centres.
Having 2 centralised locations, problems can arise.
Into their country. Australia is a bit different because our geography is so big that somebody coming from West Australia or Queensland into Canberra or Sydney or even Tassie, even Victoria, it's much more difficult for them to visit home and visit their support networks.
Whereas is that if you're selected to go to the training centre, you'll be there then for the 4 years, and that way you'll be able to organise your life around that. So go to university, get a job, train, live, whatever, all in the one location. So once the initial disruption's made, you'll then have an opportunity to be in the one spot for a whole length of time.
With the centres opening in January next year, it'll be interesting to see if the system can create success in the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games.
So I really don't know how results in Tokyo, do they reflect the system or do they reflect the people? If you've got Kim Crow, she's a product of the system. Last in Beijing to first in, it's a long program. And I don't know if you can evaluate the strength of the system solely on just how many medals were won. We won 2 medals plus a gold with Kim in the recent Olympics. To the outside, that looks quite good. How much did all that cost? What were other issues with the pathway in that 4-year period? What's the potential to springboard on from that? Was there good development systems in process? Good development. All things are possible, I think. And, I think under any system, I think Australia can still do quite well.
Great.